Hi, I'm Dale Holliday coming to you from Corvallis, Oregon in the bountiful Willamette Valley. Welcome to my show, Valley Views, a forum for sharing relevant topics relating to people and issues in the Willamette region. Okay, hi, welcome folks. Thanks for joining us today. I'm here today with three gentlemen that are local artists. I'm very excited to interview them and have a conversation. They're all doing very exciting things. We have Bruce Burris, who is a local artist. We have Chris Askew, also a local artist. And Patrick Hackelman, who's a local artist and a comic cartoonist. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thanks.
Hey, thanks for coming. So, Bruce, I will start with you. You told me earlier that the three of you are linked, you have a relationship and linked because of a CEI Artworks. What exactly is that?
We are linked due to our relationship with CEI Artworks. Mm-hmm. CEI stands for Collaborative Employment Innovations, and it is a program here in Corvallis which links those of us who would be considered to have disabilities by some to jobs, and jobs to us. It goes both ways,
nice.
Right? So it's essentially all about employment. So how do the arts fit in? Well, we have a program, a component of that, which we began about a little over 3 years ago, I guess, called Artworks. And Artworks is a program which does. We have a studio, we have a gallery, it's a real thriving gallery, a thriving studio, and we work with anyone in the community, but in particular, our mission is to work with those artists who might be considered by some to have disabilities, because those are artists who are traditionally excluded from immersive experience.
Exactly,
so
yes.
That's why we created it, and why we're linked to a job development program or an employment program is that we are seeking to create professional opportunities for the artists in our program. So many of the artists in our program have exhibited all over the country, including our own gallery, of course. They have published. There's a lot of media around each artist, so
yes.
Websites and all that kind of stuff. So we do all this stuff that you would want to have if you're an artist.
Yeah.
And for any artist, it's difficult to have
absolutely.
those things.
Yes, absolutely.
So
this is a good thing.
Yeah.
Well, just before you go along too far, now you mentioned having a local gallery for people that may want to visit the gallery. It's open to public,
right.
Correct? Yes. What is the address?
It's 408 Southwest Monroe, and that is in Benton Plaza Building, which is the large, older, former hotel complex directly across from the county courthouse.
Okay, all right, very cool.
And we're on the 4th Street side on street level. So as you're on the sidewalk, you can look right into the gallery. You're going to find it if you're looking for it.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I will just toss these questions out. Some of them I'll direct to certain people, and some I'll just toss them out because this is such a worthy cause, and especially like you say, it's so hard to make it in the art world. So I guess I'll start with asking each of you, what prompted you to become an artist, or what, how did you get into this for your work, for your life?
Yep. I do rock stars, dead rock stars from the past.
Oh, really? So this is Chris.
I'm Chris.
Okay. I like it. And I see, Chris, you brought some things here. Now, what do we have?
Molly
here?
Hatchet. That lead guitarist is dead.
Okay.
This is Freddie Fender, folks.
Freddie Fender. Okay.
Yeah, that's a little Z.
There's the singer. Peiko, Chuck Berry, and Johnny
Guitar Watson?
Yep, Johnny Watson guitar.
Okay, now I know Chuck Berry. I definitely know Chuck Berry, and I have heard my husband talking about Johnny Guitar Watson.
Yeah.
So what, and I know radio audience, you can't see this, but it looks like, is that watercolor, or how do you?
It's watercolor.
So how long does it take you to maybe do a picture like that?
Yeah, I took my time doing it.
Okay.
But it would take 3 or 4 hours, I would think.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Do you think I'm right, Chris?
Yep, you're right.
And why rock stars? I see you're wearing your AC/DC T-shirt. So
Yep.
why rock stars? What is it about rock stars that?
Because I like remembering stuff in the past. My sister listens to records on record players like Rockstar.
Well, it's a good thing. I mean, I'm not very artistic. I remember doing a collage once when I
Yeah.
had an art class.
My
in
favorite
school.
MTV's video is the 80s MTV video.
The 80s, good music then. Well, Patrick, you're the cartoonist, comic cartoonist. Now, did you bring some stuff too? You brought
Yeah, I
a book
did.
here and a
Yeah.
CD.
This is a disc
Uh-huh.
with a comic book story on it.
Nice.
I
So
wrote it-
you designed this cover?
Yeah,
Okay.
originally I wrote the story. I kind of said I wasn't a very good artist, but then I got the guts to illustrate the story myself.
Ah, looks good to me. Now,
Yeah.
so what is this? The Return of Princess Sally?
Yeah, that's a story I wrote kind of in reaction to what happened to Sonic's real girlfriend, Princess Sally, in issue number 230 to 232.
Okay, and you're not talking to a comic person, but it sounds like this is a
Sorry.
series. No, that's okay. So this is a series that's
Yeah, it's a
out there?
14-issue series.
Okay.
And I also included a bonus feature section. Yeah.
So you
I'm going to
wrote-
be making 10 more copies of that
Really?
disc.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Have you sold any of these? I mean,
Yeah, I
are you
have. I, in
available?
fact, sold one to the mayor.
Oh, no kidding! Excellent, excellent. Because this is a very professional job here.
Thanks.
Yeah, and you
Yeah, I
have
colored it. I colored it with pencil and markers.
Okay, pencil and markers. Okay, yeah, very vivid colors here and whatnot.
Yeah.
So what else do you have there? You have a notebook. It looks like a 3-ring.
This is a remake of my second Sonic story.
Okay.
It shows Sonic and his friends at a competition called the Ultimate Game Masters. Yeah.
Sonics and Knuckles, yeah, at the Ultimate Game Masters competition. Okay, and you got these beautiful, beautiful colors here.
Yeah. Yeah, the pages and the page protectors are the remake of the story of what I have so far.
Okay, and you did,
I haven't completed the story yet.
wow, and you did all these illustrations, they're very, very detailed. And did you do the balloon as well?
I did all of it, yeah.
Very detailed work.
And we have our
Maybe,
website,
yeah.
and people can go to that, and Patrick's got a link on that.
Okay, now what is that website? Why don't we call it out right now?
Our archive for all the stuff that we do at CEI Artworks and other things too is called Outpost, OUTPOST 1000, number 1000,
Okay.
.weebly.com.
Okay, so that's Outpost, OUTPOST 1000.
Number 1000.
And then what was the rest?
Weebly.com.
Okay, would you spell Weebly?
Yeah, WEEBLY.com.
Ah, okay, thank
But
you.
I think if you just Google Outpost 1000, that'll come right up.
Uh-huh. Excellent,
Yeah.
excellent. Bruce, do you want to talk a bit about the kind of art that you do? And by the way...
I do, but we have to get back to
Yeah.
Patrick's work
Okay,
because,
all right.
because we have to discuss this further.
Well, okay, let's...
But and so, whenever you're ready for that.
yeah, let's because it is pretty detailed stuff.
It is.
What do you want to talk about the work?
How about this, Pat? I am so excited, right? Let me start this, and you cut me
Okay.
off when I'm veering in the wrong direction. Would that work for you?
sounds good, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So,
Okay.
Patrick, first of all, let me explain. This is one of many things which he does. Work which is taken quite seriously in the art world.
I believe
His
that.
exhibit at the Andrew Edlin Gallery in New York. He's at the Outsider Art Fair in New York. He is on the cusp. I don't know what month it's going to be in, but an article in Raw Vision magazine, which is a really important magazine. And he just had an exhibit at Institute 193 in Lexington, Kentucky. You do a couple of things. You do your ships, which are ship
The three-dimensional.
models, three-dimensional handmade models
Yeah.
of ships. Do you want to explain what the ships are all about?
Well, I kind of got into the ships by accident. Episode of Reading Rainbow got me into the most famous ship disaster in history, the Titanic. And eventually I just got into all ships.
So many of the ships that you create models from are ships that have been sunk, right?
Right.
Or maybe some of them are scrapped. But since a lot of them have lots of battle scars, or they've been sunk accidentally like the Titanic, and one of the things that you like to do in kind of remaking these ships is to kind of craft them in a way in which they're actually made safer.
In the case of the Titanic, yes.
Okay, so how would you make the Titanic safe?
I put in a better subdivision.
For the compartments within the ship?
Yeah.
Okay, got
Yeah.
it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as in more watertight compartments and better designed watertight compartments. And also design I'm kind of making as a kind of a replica of the Titanic called the T3. I'm including enough lifeboats for over 4,000 people.
Yeah, that was a big problem with the Titanic, not having nearly enough.
Right, it only had enough lifeboats for 1,200 people, and a lot of them left the ship only half filled.
So that's an important aspect, and there are aspects of that in the other ship models that you make too.
Yeah, I am also hoping to make a model, the CV-3 Saratoga, as she'd appear as helicopter carrier, like some of the Essex class carriers were refitted as.
Okay, aircraft carriers, you're saying? Or?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, aircraft carriers that were refitted into helicopter carriers.
Okay.
These
yeah,
models play into the Sonic series that we were talking about, the comics.
yeah. Okay.
So the comics as sets right now are 32 single issue comics, original work on both sides, which forward the Sonic story from a departure point within what was the issue that your series takes off from roughly?
Takes off from issue number 232.
And so there are at this point well over 1,000 pages of comics. He does publish the comics as books. You're seeing the CD, which
Yes.
has got a number of comic books on them.
Yeah, each story is about 14 or 15 comics long, not counting the bonus features.
A lot
And
of work in
part
it.
of the inspiration for changing these stories and making them entirely original, many of the illustrations are changed up, is that you're hoping to improve the outcome to make them more positive. And in a way that brings you back to the ships in a way.
Excellent. Well, we've got a lot of stuff to unpack here, and so I know we're reaching the end of this part of the conversation, so let's wrap it up, but then if you will all join me for a part 2, that would be excellent.
Okay.
You down with that? Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. All right. Thank you for coming, and we'll continue the conversation. Bye-bye now. You've been listening to Valley Views. I'm your host, Dale Holliday, and I'd love to hear from you. Comments, questions, ideas for future topics, or other matters you would like explored. Email me at valleyviews@kboo.org. That's VALLEYVIEWS@kboo.org. Special thanks to Chad Howard from Corvallis Access Media for his technical assistance and support. I look forward to being with you again next time. And remember, as Doctor Who once said, I'm not in charge, but I'm full of ideas. Bye!